Hey guys, my name is Dani. Welcome back to my channel. In 2022, I fell in love with reading once again after many years of not reading any books. Since then, I've been able to read so much and discover so many good books. Here are my favorite books of 2024 so far. Today, we're gonna talk about books because I love books. I am excited about books. I've been having a little hard day. As you can tell, I have a sight in my eye and it has been really rough, but this is a good distraction because we're talking as friends and I'm here to recommend you my favorite books of this year. I've been getting a lot of DMs lately asking me to talk more about books and to recommend books to you, and that's why I decided to make this video. So I hope you guys enjoy it and let me know if you would like me to read some more books that you like or review other books. Basically, with this video, I just want to give you some recommendations. If you want to know more about the book that I am recommending you, you can look it up on Goodreads. I do have Goodreads, so it's this one right here, or you can look it up on Google. When I watch book reviews or like book recommendations, I don't really want to know the plot, the whole plot. I want to be more surprised about the book. I don't usually read the back of the books that I want to read just because, again, I want to be surprised about it. I just feel like sometimes back of the books can give me a lot of the plot and it makes me not want to read it because I honestly already know everything about it. So I'm like, what's the point? So with this video, I just want to give you my recommendations. I'm also going to share the genre just in case you want to know. I feel like I could give you like 1 to 2 to 3 words about the book just so that you know a little bit, just a little bit about what is it about so that you can decide if you want to read it or not. Number 1 genre is gonna be romance, which is one of our favorites because we're girls and we love a little romance in our books. We're gonna start with a very cute one that is called Better Than the Movies. I read this back in January and I do have a reading blog about it with spoilers and without spoilers. I loved it. It's a high school romance, enemies to lovers, and let's do a little cringy at some point with some conversations. Okay, the next one, I actually do not have it with me because I read it on my Kindle, but it's called Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. I love this book. Doctors, shy guy with anxiety, which is so cute. This is the first male main character that gave me those type of vibes of like shy guy, and I loved it. And like unexpected. Those are the 3 words for that book. Next one, I don't have it either, is by Abby Jimenez. My friend actually has it at this exact moment and I gave it to her because I love the book so much that I wanted for her to read it. It's called Just for the Summer. It's actually a release for this year, and this one, it is amazing. It has beautiful quotes, strangers to lovers, and it's kind of like an original plot. It is really cute, really funny at some point, and I enjoyed it so much. Next one, I don't have it either. I'm so sorry, but my friend has some of the books, some of my favorite books, because I wanted for her to read them. The next one is called Check and Mate by Ailey Hazelwood. This one was actually one of my 5-star reads of the year. It's high school as well. It's young adult, of course. As the title says, this book has a lot of chess, enemies to lovers, and complicated language at some points. When I mean complicated language, I am talking about the main character having a lot of words that are related to chess, internal conversations that you will understand if you play chess more, but at the same time, it makes you want to learn more about chess. It's really good, really fun and cute, and I absolutely love this one. Next one, I do have it, and it's by the same author as Check and Mate. This one is The Love Hypothesis, and this one has been, again, one of my favorites by Ailey Hazelwood. She's a great author in my opinion. The only book that I have not been able to finish is her last book. The release of this year is called Not in Love, and it's because usually her books are more about a girl, a woman in esteem, and because of that, I just found it super repetitive. But this one, I fell in love with. 3 words for this one, I'll say PhD, rumpy guy. Yeah, and then I'll say spicy, just because I want to tell you that it has a spice on it. This is the first one in all of the books that I have mentioned so far that has a spice. Keep an eye on that. Next one is by one of my favorite 2 authors, Christina Lauren, and this one is called The Unhoneymooners. 3 words for this: honeymoon trip, enemies to lovers, kind of, but also fake
relationship. Kind of funny, unexpected, and original. Really, really liked it. The last one in this category or genre is called Love and Gelato. I read this on my trip a couple of weeks ago, and I actually got my book from the library, so I do not have it right now. For 3 words, I will say Italy, because it gives you a lot of insight into Italy. It gives you a lot of places, and if you have the time to look up the places that they mention, you can kind of imagine everything that is happening in the book, and it's really, really cute. Young adults falling in love, I guess. Little plot twist as well. Okay, for my next genre or category, we have fantasy with romance, where the main plot of this books is not romance, it's more fantasy focused, politics focused, and I do enjoy the romance that they do have, if you know what I mean. Literally, this is also another reason why I'm not explaining to you what the book is about. I'm not the best at words with English. If I were to explain to you the book in Spanish, it will be so much easier. But in English, it's a little more complicated, and I just want to encourage you to read the book, you know? On our first book on this category or genre, we actually have a duology. It's the Sheperd King duology. These 2 books, I literally fell in love with this fantasy world. It's amazing. I'm not gonna say it's cute, because it's not cute. It's actually a little dark and gothic. And I said this in the previous video that I made about these 2 books. If I were to imagine a movie about these books, I will say this movie will be in black and white. The word building in these 2 books is in black and white, in my opinion. 3 words about this: magic, amazing, cards, secrets, dark secrets. Yeah. The next one in this category is Divine Rivals. This is so cute. This is actually cute. But if I would say 3 words for this, it will be war, enemies to lovers. It's not like a word, but it's an action, writing letters. The next one I was recommended by one of you guys, and I didn't expect to like it as much as I did, but I did enjoy it quite a lot. And this is a trilogy, and it's The Cruel Prince, of course. I read the 3 books, and I absolutely love the 3 books. It has a lot of politics. It has a little bit of romance, no spice. It's young adult. I would say that if I were to read this when I was in middle school or not elementary, high school, I would have loved it, I think, even more, because the world building, the magic, it's amazing to me. If I were to describe with 3 words, I would say fairies, politics, and plot twist. A lot of them. My dog just came to the room. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Next one, The Serpents and the Wings of Night, and this one is the second one that has a spice on this book video. I have not been able to read the second book just because I'm terrified. I have heard mixed opinions about the second book, and I'm scared that I'm not gonna like it, and then it will ruin the whole experience that I had with this book. It surprised me so much when it comes to spice. This is why I am warning you, because I had no idea, and I was actually listening to the audiobook when it happened, and I was in shock, and I was like, what do you mean? And I was in public, and I was like, I need to stop this. So I'm warning you, it does have a spice on it. Enemies to lovers, once again, vampires, you know, the games that they do in the Hunger Games, those type of games, if you know what I mean. I hope you do. For our next genre slash category, we have romance book with a little bit of fantasy. So it does have weird stuff happening, but the main plot is not about the fantasy, but about the romance. The first book in this category is called The 7 Years Slipped. I don't have it with me. Guy That Cooks, which I love. Time traveling, it's meant to be. I don't know. You know, I need to improve my vocabulary in English. But the next one in this category I do have, and it's Bright. Once again, Ailey Hazelwood. I feel like Ailey Hazelwood has been one of the most mentioned authors in this book video because of a reason. I do like her a lot. This one is her only fantasy book, and I loved it. Absolutely loved it. The ending, if you have read it or if you want to read it, please tell me how you feel about the ending. Absolutely love this book. Vampires versus werewolves, like Twilight vibes. I need to stop saying if you know what I mean. Arranged marriage. And the third one is mystery. I just really wanted to know why and what and how and what's going on in your brain, because you don't get the perspective of the male and you want to know what's on his brain. For our next category, and the only book that I have on this one is adventure fiction. Honorable mention because it's my favorite book of the year so far, is my 6-star read this year. It's the book that made me feel so much, made me laugh, made me cry, made me think. I have so many quotes with this book. I feel like this book was talking to me. I have heard a lot of mixed reviews about this book. The first time that I saw it, it was a girl saying that she didn't like it and she had to DNF. So I don't know. I decided to give it a chance. So that's why you also have to give yourself a chance to read books that maybe other people don't like because you're different. This book spoke to me. I will not forget about it and I will reread. It came in a time and place where I truly needed it. It's beautiful. And it's Tomorrow, Tomorrow, and Tomorrow. My Roman Empire. Every time that I see it, every time that I see someone talking about it or reading it, I just get a lot of emotions. I adore this book. Video games inventors, creators, people that do video games, friends, friendship, the main key point in this book. Every single character has a very hard personality. You can feel like they're real people because their personalities are so different. The author describes the characters as if they were real people with real things going on in their brain. You guys, I don't know what else to say. It has a plot twist. It has lots of beautiful quotes and things that you can relate to. It's a beautiful book and it's my favorite book of this year. Next one is psychological fiction, and in this one we have by the same author of Tomorrow, 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 and this one is actually a pretty small book. It's called The Storied Life of A.G. Fairclay, and I still need to watch the movie because I know that there's a movie around there, and I freaking love this book. I fell in love with the style of writing by this author. Gabrielle Sevin, you're incredible. I don't know how you do it, but you write in a way that I wish I could write, to be honest, because I want to write a book, but that's beyond the point. 3 words: Rumpy Grandpa Finding Love. Do you know who reminds me of? The guy in Up, like the grandpa in Up kind of vibe. He is the main character of this book. Beautiful, beautiful book. Like that's the word that I can describe the book. Another chance to do life. And the next one in the same category, but a little bit satire as well, Yellowface. This one was one of the best books of 2022 and I only read it this year and I regret that because I absolutely loved the book. Made me think a lot again and it made me laugh at so many points. This one is no romance at all. A writer that lies because of fame and money, dark humor, and unexpected twists as well. No romance at all. For a novel or a book that will make you cry and that has a lot of trigger warnings, if you have not seen this book actually anywhere, where have you been? Because this book has been everywhere. It's called A Little Life. You guys please check trigger warnings for this because the first word that I'm gonna give you for this book is extremely sad and triggering for so many topics that you need to look them all up, because I feel like every single topic you can be triggered by, it's in this book. Okay, number 1, self-harm, abuse. It has everything, literally everything, even EDs. So please check trigger warnings for this. Please, I beg you. I beg you. Sad, very sad. You're gonna have a lot of tears in your face. Beautiful, and friendship as well. Beautiful friendship. The last one is the only thriller that I have liked because I'm very bad at reading thrillers. I don't like thrillers that much. I don't like a lot of mystery books because I feel like I imagine the plot twist to be better than they actually are and I end up disappointed, which we're gonna talk about my disappointments of this year as well. But the only book that I have been like actually surprised by this year, last year it was The Silent Patient, really good book as well, but I read it in 2023. This year, the only mystery thriller book that have made me open my mouth because I was actually impressed, surprised, I was without words because of the plot twist. The Only One Left by Riley Sager. I don't know. I read The House Across the Lake. Didn't like it at all. Like at all. This one, I didn't expect the things that happened to happen. Thriller, mystery, I will tell you. Plot twist, incredible plot twist that you do not expect. And I will tell you, I don't want to give away anything about this book because I actually do want you to read it and be surprised. Just gonna give you thriller, mystery, all of that. Those are the 3 words. Anyways, now that we are finished with all my book recommendations, which I don't really know how many I gave to you, we're gonna talk about the books that I did not like at all, because I want to. And they're actually kind of disappointments as well, because some of these books I expected to like a lot and I ended up not liking them at all. First one, Done and Dusted. I saw this book everywhere on TikTok. I have followed a bunch of girls that have recommended this book a lot, like a lot. And they're like, oh my gosh, I love this book. It's amazing. I did not enjoy it, in my opinion. The romance is the only thing that happens in this. It has zero slow burn, and I love a slow burn. This is actually very fast burn, like very, very fast, to the point where it's spicy, and the spiciness happens in the beginning of the book. I don't like when the vocabulary as well on these books are kind of wild, like weird. But anyways, my battery is about to run down, so I cannot talk a lot. Archer's Voice, I did not like how the book is written. It did not make me cry when I thought that it was gonna make me cry. The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I liked the first half. The second half, I found it boring. That's just my opinion. Ruthless Vows, which is the second one in Divine Rivals. What happened? That's all I'm gonna say. What happened? The first book was amazing. What happened on the second one? Crossing City 3. Too much, and for what? Like, was that necessary? Like, the whole thing? Don't think so. Last one, The Housemaid. The plot twist was not it for me. I did not enjoy it. Other books that I did not like this year, it's gonna be How Does It Feel, Butcher and Blackbird, Everything I Know About Love, Haunting Adeline, and Powerless. Not really gonna tell you a lot about those. My camera is about to, which is very unfortunate. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching it. And I hope I can make more book videos in the future and from now on, because I actually love reading so much. And sometimes I forget how much I love reading. But I'm reading a book right now that is really, really good. And hopefully I will give you more reviews when I get back into reading more. I love you guys so much. Let me know if you enjoyed this video and if you want me to make more. Or what books should I read? What books do you recommend? That is all. I love you guys. Bye.